Hey guys, welcome to tonight's Tabby talk. I know this is like a vertical one, and this is not how I've been doing them for purposes of YouTube, but we've had a crazy couple weeks, and if you can tell, my background looks a little bit different. I am not even sitting like I normally am. I am standing, holding my phone, and recording. Yeah. So, the next few are gonna be a little different. Maybe by next week I'll be back to my normal view, I guess. Not in the same location, but normal view. But yeah, sorry about last week. We are currently going through, if I'm being honest, a lot of mess with a rental property that we are currently in and getting ready to be out of. And we have like less than 2 weeks now at this point to get all of our stuff out. Well, it's been crazy. So yeah, been dealing with a lot of that. Trying to evict these. We have possums in the attic, trying to get them out, and they do not want to leave. So yeah, it's been crazy, and I'm sorry. I worked late doing all this. We've had overtime at work, and I know I'm coming on here complaining, but I feel like I am wanting to be open and honest with you guys all the time, and right now I am struggling. But yeah, so anyway, tonight's not going to be long. I know I had one plan, but as I was driving today, I saw everybody at the bus stops and all the parents and the kids waiting for the first day of school. And so I know some people are already in school. My niece is already in school. She's been in for a couple weeks, but majority of kids, at least around here, started today. And if they have already started, yay for moms sometimes, right? But I was driving and I just was like, you know what, I think that's kind of what we need to talk about tonight, is just getting back into that routine of school. And I just want to encourage you, whether you are a student, whether you are a parent, whatever it is, wherever you're at in that school thing, or if you're going to work and you're getting stuck behind school buses, might have to leave a little earlier, but I just want to encourage, if you're a student, I just want to encourage you, and I just want you to know that I'm praying. I was praying this morning on my way to work that this would be an amazing school year for all the kids, that they would feel safe, they would feel protected, they would feel comfortable and open, and there would be no bullying wherever you're at, that you wouldn't be the bullier and you wouldn't be bullied. And that if that does become a thing, that either if you are doing the bullying, that you would recognize it and you would take action for it, and that you would be sincere in that, and that you would actually open up and accept the people who to you might be different, though they're not. We're all different, so they might be different, yeah, to you, but to you they're different. Or so even your closest friends are different than you. It's just those are the people you hang out with, so you're comfortable with them. So if you are the bully, or you find yourself maybe talking about someone, or making fun of just because you're with your friends and they're doing it, maybe that you would just be that bigger person. And I know that's not easy to do, but I do know, I'll use my niece as an example, that it was last school year, I believe, and there was a girl who was just people, there were and let me tell you, this girl was in kindergarten. Good Lord, oh my goodness. Anyway, but these little girls just out there already not accepting another little girl. And I am so proud of my niece and the way that she's been raised, and the fact that she noticed that and stepped up in that. And so if you do notice it, I pray that you would do the same that she did, knowing how to do this in kindergarten, and befriended this girl, made her friend, and made her feel loved and accepted. And I know that was a huge impact. So I pray that if you do see that happening, that you would also step up and do the same. Um, and I just want to encourage you in that. And I want to encourage you to just, in those moments where you just need to take a deep breath or you're not understanding, like, don't be afraid to ask questions. I know they say that all the time, there's no dumb question, but there really is not, because let me tell you, there's many times when I've wanted to ask a question and I didn't, and then come to find out multiple people had that same question. So just ask. And if you don't want to ask in the middle of class, ask your teacher afterwards, stay after, or I don't know if you email, or I think they do a lot of online stuff now too, so maybe that's the way you communicate your question and don't have to feel like you're taking that chance of people bullying you for that question or making fun of you when really they shouldn't be. But a lot of times too, if you feel like you're being bullied by someone, one, you need to approach it, and two, I want you to pray and ask God to heal their hearts, because something is hurting them to be hurting you or hurting whoever they're hurting. So I hope that, and I pray that you would be able to do that in those times. And then for the moms and the dads and the grandmas and whoever's doing the school stuff this year, I pray for strength to keep up with this busy schedule, to be able to stay on top of the schoolwork that you need to and help your kids. And I know it's crazy. We were helping my nephews when they were here. My mom's nephews, I say they're my nephews because they're younger, but they're my cousins. Helping them when they were here for a little while, going to middle school. And let me tell you, that's a tough time, that's a tough age. But they were both in middle school, and the work is just different even from when I was in middle school. The way they would do the work, everything's online. They don't really have books. It was just so weird, and it's an adjustment. But I just want to encourage you that, like, it's an adjustment, but you can do it. And communicate with the teachers, because I know my mom had to step in and communicate, a lot with the teachers to get things accomplished, because they're younger boys and they don't always relay everything correctly. And just the same for any younger kid, they may not always relay it exactly, that way, or not understand it and be scared to ask those questions. So sometimes, stepping up and asking those questions through those portals and the emails that they have available so easily now, and just being involved in your kid's life. And I just pray strength over you in that, and I pray strength over your entire family in that, and that you would just, in those moments of just wanting to be like, just do your homework, well, yes, they need to do their homework, but just that you would be able to just communicate that in a way that they would understand how important it is, and that it wouldn't be an issue, and that you guys would just have some peace and family time. I encourage family time. I know my most memorable moments are just those family game nights growing up. Like, that time is so precious. May not seem like it in the time and in the moment, because your kids don't really want to do it, but those are the times that they will remember. So in the busyness and the craziness of being back in school and all the sports and everything that comes with it and the homework, I just encourage you to continue praying through it and all the decisions and the things that are happening. And if your kid is acting out, or they're being hurt, or whatever it is, that you would be able to handle it and know the way to handle it properly, and that ultimately God would guide you and lead you in that, and that you would just take that time though to slow down when things are getting crazy and busy and you feel like they're getting out of control, and just take a step back and just have some family time. But yeah, that's all I've got tonight. Also, if you guys could be praying for me, we've got a lot going on right now with this rental situation. It's been a little hectic and crazy, and without going into all details, because you don't need, I guess, all the not fun details, we definitely could use some prayer through all this. Yeah, so I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you next week. Bye.